everybody, and welcome to Savagely Delightful, a podcast exposing the schadenfreude nature in all of us. Each week, your co-hosts John and Chrissy will be coming at you with different stories of people making the kind of dumb mistakes that we all just love to hear about.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Savagely Delightful.
Welcome back, everybody.
Episode 23.
Yep, thank you for joining us again.
Yeah, we're really rolling through them.
Yep.
It's crazy to think that we're just still going.
Still going?
Yep, we're still trucking along.
It's only been, 5 months?
Has it?
It's been 5 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
My entire schedule is just kind of being shot through a cannon into space with school and everything.
Hardcore, man.
Yeah, right? I mean, it all flies by because I'm focusing on 12 things at once.
Yeah.
But it's worth it.
Yep, eventually it will be.
Got any updates for us?
I do, but first, do you want to tell people who you are?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, today I'm Waldo.
Yep. I am John.
And I'm Christy.
If you're on episode 23, I hope you know who we are by now.
Right? I mean, who knows? People might be starting off.
It's in the intro.
Episode. Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, well.
It's all good.
They get it twice now. Don't forget it.
Bam. That's free.
Boom.
Free information.
Right? Okay, so yes, there are some updates. So first off, happy first day of June.
Yeah, getting into the real rolls of summer.
Finally. Okay, but then on to more real notes. We do have our website up now. So if you want, you can check that out at www.savagelydelightful.com.
Just spam it with viruses.
Please don't.
Do it.
I will have no idea what to do. We will be done for so fast.
Just wreck our shit.
I'll cry. Please don't.
What is that? Unlawful chaotic?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No. Personality traits, there's 9 boxes of them, lawful good, neutral good, evil good. Nope.
I have no idea.
Never mind. That's from my D&D nerds out there.
Oh, okay. I've always felt like I could get real into D&D, but I feel like that ship has sailed for me, and it's probably too late.
I think everyone who likes D&D would disagree with that sentence wholeheartedly.
Well, then they should hit me up and let me play.
I mean, do you understand how long D&D campaigns usually are?
I've heard that they're long.
Very long. They can last up to, years in the extreme portion, but a lot of people get together once or twice a week and do a couple hour session for months. I'm
here for it.
It's pretty cool. I've never done it myself, but I've watched a lot of videos on it, and I've done a lot of research on it because I do enjoy the, what's the word I'm looking for? The details in it.
Yeah.
The whole thing of controlling every aspect of your character in this huge fantasy world is really cool to me.
I think it'd be interesting. But if you want me to play with you, let me know. Anybody out there.
Hey, what if we start our own D&D and have people come over here?
Over here?
Yeah. Because you have to usually do it in person.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about D&D.
Hey, if you're in Indiana, hit us up. And if you're not, hit us up still.
Yeah. We can Zoom it.
Yep. We'll do our best to Zoom it.
Hanging out with our wings out. Anyway. On to the second thing, non-Dungeons and Dragons related.
Yeah, that was a wild
Where did that just
rant
come from?
Right off the start.
Okay. But yeah, check out our website. Hit us up for Dungeons and Dragons, apparently. And also, we hope that everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend.
I hope you were all safe.
Yep. But let's also not forget what Memorial Day is actually for.
Very true. Yeah.
Always want to put that out there. And then also hope that everybody had a great race day weekend. Being as we live in Indy, it was a big race weekend for our state especially. But
every year.
Yeah, even though we're not huge into it, still want to put it out there. I don't know.
Yeah. I just hope everyone stayed safe and didn't get too drunk or sunburnt.
Too wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming back looking like a tomato. But yeah, that's all I have. Did you have anything?
Nope. Just
No?
a D&D rant.
Yep. That wild tangent yeah. Okay. Well, other than that, back to regular. You want to start us off with a story?
I do. All right.
Do
So
it.
for my first story, it was submitted by Julius and Samara.
Hi.
So I want to preface this by saying that this
Is it
story.
Samara or Samara? It could be
I
either.
have no idea.
Okay.
Samara.
I would say Samara, but I'm not sure. Either way, it's a really pretty name. That's all I know.
Like I said, I want
It's a
to
different name. I
is.
like different names.
want to preface this by saying that this story isn't like so much as the dumb stories that we usually have. It's more of like an unexpected story, like an unexpected twist.
Okay, like a twist. I got it.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's do it.
So Julius and Samara write, I recently proposed to my long-term girlfriend a couple weeks ago.
Aw, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Unfortunately, due to the nature of my work, we have to move soon, and having a real wedding during COVID would be impossible. We know the struggle.
Yeah.
I got off work early today, and after getting home, my fiance asked if we could go get some paperwork notarized for our courthouse wedding we plan to have in a month or two. We hopped in the car with a form we printed off the county website and drove to the closest UPS. The notary checked our IDs and had us sign, and then she signed, notarized the form, and said congratulations. Cool, now all we have to do is go to the courthouse on the day of our choosing to be wed. My fiance called the courthouse afterwards, double-checking to see if we needed to bring anything else, and after calling me her boyfriend, the lady on the phone corrected her by saying husband. She told my fiance our state no longer requires a ceremony with the judge at the courthouse. That form is literally a marriage certificate, and she is now married. Whoops. We had a honeymoon picnic at the park near a lake.
Aww.
They accidentally got married.
At least they were already planning on it. But
Yeah, in a month or two, though. Like, not right then and there. Like, not being in control of that would kind of suck.
That's crazy, too, because, I mean, as most people know, John and I just got married, like, a little over a month ago. And...
Wait, what?
Shut up. And they basically made it known to us that the only thing that, like, had to legally be done was for the person to reply, I do, in one way or another. At least for Indiana, that's how it was. Like, you had to get the paper, of course, notarized and everything, and...
But we didn't have to go in front of a judge or nothing like that.
No.
No, we just had a notary come to our wedding.
Yeah, just during the ceremony itself, you had to say, I do, so that you were, like, verbally consenting.
I think it's weird that, like a lot of things, the states don't have just one uniform process.
No, they don't.
Why is it all mixed up and changed?
Well, if they didn't, then people would say, oh, government's getting too big, and then freak out about that.
Okay, that's fine. Keep it on the state level, but make it all the same at every state.
People would still freak out with the same thing. No, totally stupid.
Yeah.
I completely agree. But that would suck too, because I get it from that standpoint then, that, I mean, when you go and you get it notarized, getting something notarized is getting something, like, legally certificated, basically.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, but especially if it's not... Like, I'm sure that they did research before this, especially if in your research it doesn't say, like, at this point is when you are actually legally married. Like, that would come as a complete and utter surprise.
I mean, it sounded like they were just calling after every step.
Oh, gotcha. Well, and most people that work at the state level or something just don't care also.
That is true. That is very true.
I've run into that a lot with trying to change my name and the marriage license and everything else, so...
Having to wait weeks at a time for different stuff.
Yeah. How unceremonious, though.
Right.
At least they did a little picnic, though, afterwards.
Yeah,
That's
is true. And they said they were going to have a courthouse wedding, so it wasn't going to be anything fancy or nothing like that.
I get that, but you're still hallmarking it in some way.
Yeah, you're in control of the situation, and you have like a set plan in your head, and that's one of my biggest pet peeves is if something doesn't go with my plans.
Yeah.
So, like, if I have a day where I'm just, like,
if you're not in control, that's your huge thing.
Yeah, it's true. But, like, if my plan is to sit at home and do nothing and play video games that day, and someone calls me and they're like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, oh, doing nothing. And they're like, you wanna do this and that? And I go, oh, sorry, no. My plan is to do nothing.
No, I mean to do nothing.
I'm doing nothing on purpose. That is planned.
Yeah.
And so just being in control of that, I would not be in control of that. That would suck.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure, too, with the courthouse, they were probably going to have at least, like, maybe their parents or, like, friend or something go with them.
Yeah, and then, like, I don't know, go get drinks and a beer or something afterwards or something like that.
Some ice cream. Get a little cake.
Get some ice cream.
Yeah. Get a little cake and some ice cream.
It's good that it was super easy for them, though. They seem to be kind of in a hurry about it.
Especially with having to
at least it just got done faster.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of streamline that process.
Right through.
Right? I'm real ready for you. It's fine. Okay, you ready for my first story?
Hit me with it.
Okay. So this is coming to us from an anonymous person. And they...
QAnon.
God, no. Please.
Sorry, go on.
They say, I've just got in from a long day on a solo shift at work. It was insanely busy and my feet haven't touched the ground. During my shift, a man buys a vase. I do my usual chatter behind the till, polite chit-chat, and he pays. I ask, do you want a receipt? The man replies, perhaps. My brain fell out of my ears. My mouth opened, but the words were nowhere to be found. Perhaps? What do you mean? It's a yes or no. But I'm British and don't want to ask again because goddamn you, politeness. I look at him at the machine. I feel my eyebrows getting higher and higher at this crisis I wasn't prepared for.
The simple question.
How long do I need to wait for a definitive answer? I still have his card. The machine gives a beep to remind me it too is waiting. I look back at him, mouth still open. In my years and years of retail work, I have never had a perhaps. Do I take a number to call him and check on his receipt status? Is he expecting me to answer for him? There's a long pause as I reevaluate my existence. Eventually, he says, yes, please, just so I can pry his card out of the machine and he can leave. He says, thank you, and he leaves. The door is a little bit temperamental, so I blurt out, door stiff, and return to my life being a lie. But, like, what a dick move. This guy is totally preying on the awkward situations that he's, like, leaving in his wake.
I get that, but it's fun to do that sometimes.
Like, I agree with her move of just waiting, though. Be like, well, if you're going to play this game, then we're going to wait until you do give me an answer.
I mean, you would just freeze and panic.
Oh, for sure. And that's definitely what she did, too. But I'm giving it a different spin.
Oh, yeah,
and
of course.
saying, I like that.
Yep.
It can also come across as sass if we so choose. So.
And then just awkwardly, door stiff.
Yeah. But, like, she also could have been just, like, not even say anything, let him struggle with the door. And then when he has to ask for help with the door, just be like, perhaps.
Oh,
slowly mosey your way on through.
That's a dick move.
He chose this life.
It sounds like
we're just playing in that world.
You just look at him and go, welcome to the Thunderdome, bitch.
Yep. Like, you chose this.
No. Sounds like British politeness is kind of like Midwest politeness.
Right, yeah, basically. But it just leaves me thinking of her, like, standing there with the does not compute look, like, just staring back at him, like, shorting out. Like, what? No.
A spinning circle on her forehead.
Right, yeah, exactly.
The hamster died.
The hamster died. R.I.P.
You ready for my second story?
I am.
All right. So, my second story is submitted by Dick Holliday.
Holliday.
Sounds like the right kind of holiday.
Hey.
And he writes, I write
That's
to you.
my husband for you. He's ready for a dick holiday.
Just raining dicks.
So cute.
I'm so dumb.
God.
I'm sorry. God, no wonder we have this Schadenfreude podcast. We are Schadenfreude. Okay. I write to you today from a position of incredible discomfort, somewhere between the fires of hell and the eternal cold of Hoth. As of this moment, I am wrapped in sheets as if they were still warm carcass of a tauntaun.
I just want to point out, I like all the Star Wars references.
And my dude's killing it.
It's great.
Give credit where credit is due. The Star Wars analogies are on point. He's dicking us down.
Oh my god. Okay, that was a good one. God bless him. Sticking us down right in front of everybody. Yeah. We weren't ready.
Okay, he continues. Let's rewind to about 30 minutes ago, to a time when life was simpler. I had this weekend off from work with no plans and an excess of body aches. A cute boy on Snapchat asked, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Nothing. What about you?" He says he's taking a bath. Now, I'm not usually...
Oh la la. Enchanté.
Enchanté. Now, I'm not usually a bath taker, but that sounded like a really nice idea. So now, with a purpose for my day in mind, I drew a piping hot bath, but thought it could use a little spicing up. So I retrieved a bag of 100% pure menthol crystals from my bathroom cabinet. I put a small handful in and entered the water. At first, it was pleasant. I love the smell of mint, and the water felt nice. But something was off. The more, shall I say, tender parts of my body began to burn with what was a familiar icy hotness. Realizing that the air was only getting mintier, I kept from the water and tried to scrub the mint off, but the water and air was unbearable to touch. I felt as if I was self-immolating in a blizzard. I desperately rubbed a moist towel over the worst affected areas and have been shivering in bed ever since, with every movement, breeze, or fart sending shivers down my spine. This dude covered himself in icy hot. Like,
oh my god.
Every bit.
Yeah, and like the mint, that hot water is just gonna like multiply it so much.
I've never heard of menthol crystals being used for a bath before. I've heard about them used for like decongestion or like there's some kind of like menthol crystal lotions.
Yeah.
But all of those are extremely diluted. And it says online to properly dilute them and to keep them away from your eyes and hands. So then you just go and soak your whole fucking body in it.
Soak your nuts in it.
Yeah. You played yourself.
That Dick Holliday really took over.
It's like a dick nightmare.
Right. Oh my gosh.
That great Star Wars analogies, but you just done
terrible time.
Yeah, it's not good. It's like the tauntaun froze over and you just got stuck in the blizzard.
Yeah. Sounds like 0 out of 10. We don't recommend.
Yeah. You poor guy.
Yeah. Okay. My second story is from Scroats Magotes.
What's up with these dick analogies?
I'm just letting you know that I find this name simultaneously clever and icky, so thanks for that. On to the story, Magotes. So... they say, this didn't happen today, but a few weekends ago. My wife was spending the day at her sister's new house to help her paint. I just remembered what story this is, and I really like this one. Okay. So he says, this story didn't happen today, but a few weekends ago. My wife was spending the day at her sister's new house to help her paint, and since her sister lives about 5 hours away, she was staying the night on a Saturday and coming back on Sunday. Our kids also happened to be going to my parents that weekend from Friday evening to Sunday, so as a result, I was going to have 24 hours home alone for the first time in about 7 years.
Oh, wow.
When my wife asked what I was going to do with my time alone, I jokingly replied, I don't know, probably just get high and jerk off, maybe mow the lawn.
That's funny.
So, she leaves Saturday morning, and after the obligatory masturbation session, I decide to play some video games for a bit and then get a little high. I take edibles.
Just get a little high?
Just get a little high?
Get a little high? Freaking South Park.
I take edibles edibles a couple nights a week and am kind of a lightweight. Usually half a gummy or 5 milligrams will do it, and I'm feeling good until I go to bed. Since I'm alone and have a whole day to myself, I decide to live a little and take 60 milligrams.
Ooh.
So 12 times his normal dosage. All at once.
Ecoparmadurcal.
So, he says, after a couple of hours of Red Dead Redemption 2, spent repetitively killing lawmen just to take their hats, I decide I'm bored. And the sun is shining, so maybe I'll go outside and mow the grass instead, since I hadn't cut it yet this year. So, I mean, it's June. This was a few weeks back, so.
Yeah.
He says it wasn't super long, but was getting a little raggedy looking in some spots, and I like to keep it looking clean. So I grab my noise-canceling headphones and go fire up the mower and turn Spotify to a DMX playlist, R.I.P. Ah, yes, who needs to hear real dogs bark when you can enjoy the smooth, sultry barks of the late and great DMX? But back to my goats. He says, now, we have a big property, 20 acres total. Nice.
Damn.
But only about 4 that we mow, and the rest is made up of horse pastures, fields, woods, etc.
Sounds like the house I grew up on.
Sounds so nice.
Right.
Still, it's a lot to cut, so I use a 0-turn riding mower, and it usually takes around 3 to 3.5 hours.
Yep, it sounds about like the place I grew up at.
If you're not familiar with this type of mower, you turn it on with a key, but then there's a separate knob that you pull up to engage the mower deck with the blades.
Mm-hmm.
I get to work, and my higher-than-usual ass is having a great time.
I bet.
My headphones on, listening to music, just vibing on my mower in the sun. Nice little Saturday afternoon. I get about 3/4 of the way done, and I get a call on my phone, so my music stops. I turn the mower off and answer the call, and when I'm done, I fire it back up and engage the mower deck and resume cutting. When I turn around, I notice that the last little bit I cut is noticeably shorter than the rest of the lawn.
I knew it.
What the fuck? I didn't mess with the blade level. Why is it shorter? Check the blade level, and it's at a 4, which is where it was set at to start. So, that's not the problem. Then it dawns on me, I never engaged the blades when I started. Yep. So I spent about roughly 3 hours driving around my yard like a jackass doing absolutely nothing.
He's just like chilling and driving, enjoying his time.
Hopefully sipping a beer. Just like
not on a 0-turn. No.
No?
No, there's usually 2 handles.
Oh. He says, I'm then left with 2 options. Keep going and actually cut the rest of the yard, which would take another 3.5 hours, or admit defeat, bail, and pretend like this never happened. I've had enough, so option 2 seems like a no-brainer, and I call it good. Put the mower away and spend the rest of the day playing with the dog and watching Netflix.
Could not do that.
Then got up on Sunday morning and actually mowed the yard before my wife and kids got home. Which, like, good idea. Start the day anew. Yeah. Restart in the morning.
Still couldn't do that. It'd bug the hell out of me.
But, like, I don't even know what I would do at that point. If I would just, like, laugh or get super mad and annoyed. Like, right now I'm gonna laugh because it's not me. But, like, that's 3 hours of your life.
It's one of those things you get, like, super annoyed at into laughter.
Yeah.
You just, like, it kind of that, like, insane maniacal laugh.
Maniac laugh. Yeah. But at the same time, super jealous of your land, though. Like, we hope to have that kind of set up at some point, but, like, without horses.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. I grew up with having a couple horses, and they shit so much. Well, oh, my God.
And I'm just allergic. I never knew that your face can actually, like, puff up like it does in Hitch until it actually happened to me. That's a real thing, people. It is not great. Yeah. So.
I've only heard the stories.
Yeah, that hopefully will never happen again, but
it was, yeah, I really enjoyed growing up with that amount of land. Just being able to do, have that freedom with the land and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But taking care of it was quite a handful. Yeah, it takes about 3.5 hours. You have to use the 0-turn to mow everything. And we also had pine trees, so you take the push mower, get under all the pine trees that surrounded the whole border. Yeah. And then you get the weed eater, and you get all around all the trees. It was a whole process.
Quite a chore.
Yeah. Did it so much that I got Stockholmed into loving it. And so now my yard is immaculate.
I just love that this guy spent that much time. And then, like, the last little bit that he had left actually engaged the mower deck.
Man, that's when you get off, chug one beer, sip on another, and then go back out and do it. Because I could not leave just a little bit mowed and the rest not.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't.
Ooh, man. Not happening.
I'm totally all for team hanging with the puppers and just vibing for the rest of the day, though.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Put the AC on because you're probably hot.
Yep.
Just kind of chilling with the pups.
Vibing with the dog. I get it.
So ready for my third one?
I am.
Okay. Let me preface this story by saying it's a lot to unpack.
Okay.
So stay with me. We're going to get through it.
Okay.
So this one was submitted by Jason Christie.
Hi, Jason Christie. My name is also Christie, but it's my first name. Hi.
Yep. So he writes, I used to have a pretty big internet footprint back when the web was much smaller and Usenet was king.
Usenet? I have never even heard of that.
Right. I know like AOL and like that kind of stuff, but like not Usenet. I don't know. But he says, I spent way too many years in school flaming and trolling 18 hours a day. Consequently, if I was ever offline for an extended period of time, it was noticed. 2002 was just such a time. I had graduated from LSUE, having spent an extra year there acquiring useless transfer credits and then moving to Ruston to attend Louisiana Tech University.
What year did he just reference?
2002.
Okay.
Why?
Just trying to gauge it time-wise. I'm just trying to figure out what Usenet is.
I mean, I was 6 in 2002.
Yeah.
So, yeah. He says, when I got there, I set up a new account at Louisiana Tech University. New ISP, new IPs, new Usenet account. New Usenet account. And I decided to make a funny. Well, it was funny to me anyway. My first post was in all caps, signed...
Sorry, I just looked it up. And it says that it's like a bulletin board system.
So kind of like AOL?
Yeah. Well, no. Because AOL goes to like one person to another. So bulletin board account, I would think more in terms of like
an old school Reddit.
Yeah, maybe. Something like that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
He writes, so my first post was in all caps, signed with my wife's name and her real phone number. Bad idea.
Nope.
And it says in quotes, some of you may know my husband Jason. He's been arrested for the blank and murder of 3 prostitutes in the Eunice area. If you have any information that can free or convict him, please contact me, end quotes.
Free or convict him?
Immediately, the email began flying, which I ignored. Is this for real, bro? Are you just fucking with us again? Etc.
Oh, God.
I got up from the computer and giggled, having successfully started another shitstorm, and walked into the living room.
Oh, my God.
Another quotes and caps. Police continue to search for the Baton Rouge serial killer, end quotes. It was then and that I got the feeling that I might have fucked up. To make matters worse, I have previously attracted my very own insane stalker who went by the name Ice Knife. The fact that I ran...
what?
Yeah, Ice Knife.
Sounds safe. Okay.
The fact that I ran the hipster site Reptilian Watch didn't help. Plus, I was in a somewhat edgy death metal band for some slight underground renown, Gortitian. Anyway, as obsessive stalkers do, this dude was all over the Court TV message boards, local news sites, Usenet, telling everyone who would listen that he had figured out who the Baton Rouge serial killer was, and throwing my name around every chance he got.
Oh, shit.
Which was considerable. I should mention that a girl had gotten her head almost completely cut off at UL before I left Lafayette a few years previously, and a female professor at Tech went missing shortly after I arrived in Ruston.
Oh my God, things are adding up so badly.
Unfortunate coincidences, I assure you. A month or two of this, and I got a call from the Monroe FBI field office.
Yeah.
Mr. Christie, we have received 14,000 tips, and 15 of them were about you. We'd like to come and test your DNA. I explained the situation and said, sure. The local FBI agent was a good old boy, and we had a bit of a laugh at the circumstances. He was accompanied by a DC profiler. She was a literal Scully, like off of X-Files. Tall, beautiful redhead, and she was good at it. As he and I spoke outside, we moved around slightly. She was always just outside of my field of vision, like a ninja detective. Eventually, I spit in a cup, and that was the end of it. No, I wasn't the Baton Rouge serial killer. A few months later, I got a call from the same Monroe field agent. Mr. Christie, we meet again. I understand you work for Lieutenant Matthew Stroud. Would you be interested in giving grand jury testimony? But it's a story for another day.
One that you have to write to us.
Right?
What?
Like,
what a cliffhanger.
Like I said, there's a lot to unpack in that story.
Right?
Talking about Usenet in 2002, which is basically big message boards, and then leaving somewhere where someone got decapitated to arriving somewhere where someone was kidnapped, and then...
That's a lot.
Like, you dug your own grave and then buried yourself in it.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's like all of this was happening around him. Like, it had to have been his subconscious that thought up this message.
Yeah.
And then just put it out there because, like, that's what he just keeps seeing everywhere.
I bet this dude works for the Onion now.
I mean, it said he works for Lieutenant something, so he's something police force, it sounds like.
No.
No?
I tried to do some research on who Lieutenant Matthew Stroud was, and all I got was someone who now writes for, like, a paper, and it was very vague, and, like, I didn't get much information on them, but...
We need more.
Right? Yeah, we need that story, too, but... Maybe don't tell everyone you're a serial killer next time.
Or and give out the real phone number.
Yeah.
For your wife.
Like I said, you dug your own grave. You're just being your own dumbass.
How soon after that did she have to change her number is also what I want to know.
Yeah.
Because especially if the FBI is getting tips, I wonder how many, like, possible threats that she got.
Yep. Especially having a stalker doesn't help anything either.
Yeah.
You might need to...
Ice Knife or whatever.
Yeah, it was Ice Knife.
What a wild name. Yeah. Wild.
So, yeah, man, that's... You did this to yourself. Like you said, you stirred up your own shitstorm. You get what you got.
Oh, my God.
Don't be so much of a troll anymore. People are kind of over that phase.
I have so many questions, though, and I need all of them answered.
Yes, so. Yeah. Please send us that story, because we'll need that one, too.
Right. Okay, are you ready for my last story for this?
I am.
Okay. This is by Magoner.
Magoner.
Mm-hmm.
Magnarok.
Magnarok. And they write, this happened last night and I'm still laughing my ass off. So, there, I was a 20-year-old female making dinner for my family. I don't cook super often, but sometimes when I'm stressed, it's nice to just take a break from what I'm doing and make some tasty pasta. And it's final season, so oh boy, I've definitely been stressed.
Yeah, you have to do something to take your mind off it.
And sometimes cooking's nice too, because if you're mad or something, you just take like a sharp knife and just like cut things.
It's a good thing I keep you happy.
I was going to say that probably sounds super bad, but I mean like a tomato or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a cucumber or zucchini or carrot or...
I mean, it could be any of those things.
They're all dick-shaped, babe.
I figured that's what you were going for. That's why, yeah. Okay. So, she says, I had just finished all the prep work and I decided to take a quick pee break before starting on the actual timed cooking. I went to the bathroom, closed the door, and sat down on the toilet. The pee stream begins, and that's when I finally glanced down at the floor to see a chunky fucking spider charging directly towards my foot.
That's what you want.
Right? She says, I'm sure some people would stay calm and composed in this situation, but my arachnophobic ass went full panic mode. I jumped straight up off the toilet as chaos descended in the bathroom, and by chaos, I mean my pee.
Oh, man.
Yep, my fight or flight instincts did not care that I was a grown-ass woman with dignity, but even after I stood up, this damn spider wouldn't leave me alone and kept charging. So there I was, screaming my ass off and hopping all over the bathroom to escape Mr. Leggy Boy. He's still going everywhere, dogs barking the whole rodeo.
And she's probably, screaming her head off like bloody murder.
Oh, yeah. When I finally compose myself for a split second, I grab a can of air freshener, the only blunt object in my reach, and smack that bitch as hard as I can, followed by the obligatory double tap just to be safe. Yes, girl. Always gotta double tap it. Make sure.
Overkill is underrated.
Yeah. Okay, all of this happened in a span of probably 10 to 15 seconds, and when it was over, I was left only with a shameful mess and the absurdity of it all. And the time I should have spent continuing to make dinner, I had to wipe my own pee off my own goddamn bathroom floor, take a shower, and calm myself down from what almost became a panic attack. But in retrospect, I find the whole situation fucking hilarious and I hope that some of y'all can take some enjoyment from my pain. I hate spiders too, not to the arachnophobia stage, but just about any bug freaks me out. But my first line of defense would have just been to wait it out and try and not on it when it got close enough.
Not jump up and piss everywhere.
Yeah, unless of course you're barefooted, and then big nope, not happening.
No toilet paper to squish it, no nothing like that. No.
Didn't even think about that, even as I'm writing this. So if that actually happened in real life, that never would have crossed my mind either.
I honestly can't remember the last time my fight or flight response kicked in. Just chill.
Easy for you to say right now.
Well, I'm saying, I can't remember the last time I've ever had to do something like that. Just calmly, rationally take care of it. It's just a spider.
Okay, but you can't say that to somebody that has arachnophobia.
Yeah,
that's
true.
Different.
Yeah, the phobia is something that's uncontrollable.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine just cleaning up your own piss though.
Yeah, that would suck so bad. The part that gets me too is her saying that, forget I'm a grown woman with dignity or something like that.
Yeah, dignity, honor, whatever you have, out the fucking window.
Out the door so fast.
Nope. I will destroy this house to kill this spider.
Right. One of the worst things with spiders, or all bugs though, is when you see them 1 second and you look away for a second and look back and they're completely gone. Just disappear out of thin air.
That's just not your problem anymore.
That is a huge problem. Because they're probably crawling towards you at that moment and you don't know.
I'm pretty sure, isn't it you eat 8 spiders a year?
That's what they say.
In your sleep?
God.
Yeah.
That reminds me of when, this was before John and I were even together. And at the time my sister and I were renting a house together. Oh my God. I woke up one morning and felt something on my face. And it was a little bit on my lip, and I woke up and I flicked it a little bit and ended up smacking the hell out of my face. Realized it was a spider trying to get into my mouth.
Yep.
I freaked out, did not sleep at all the rest of the night. And the next day, all I did was research on what to do to keep spiders away from you at night. And I took a whole lemon juice bottle and dumped it out around my bed because it said it didn't like lemon.
What?
Yep, I don't know. That's just what the internet said, and I obeyed.
You are not dumping lemon juice on our floors.
Okay, I haven't had a spider try and crawl in my mouth that I've noticed here.
Yeah, because you've been asleep.
Okay, I'm just saying I did that time with a spider on my lip, and I freaked out, and I do not regret that. That was the worst moment of my life.
You're still alive. It's okay.
Barely. Okay. Well, that is all from my stories. Do you have any closing statements? It's a court case?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Nothing? Okay.
We would love to stop recording on the floor, so if you guys could help us out with our Patreon, that would be awesome.
Well, in this This episode 2, we have gone from our normal room that we record everything in into our bedroom instead because John has a 3D printer and his print is going on in the room and it's way too noisy.
Yeah, I have a 2-day print going on and I didn't realize that we had to record. And I was like, shit, I don't want to stop it because I just got done leveling the bed and taking care of things and fixing it because it didn't work for a couple days. It's like, I am not stopping that bitch. We'll move.
So at least our totes are portable.
Yeah, so we are on the floor in a different room today.
It's all good. It all works.
But we would love to hear you guys' stories. All of our tags are on the outro, savagelydelightful@gmail.com. And actually, our website.
Yep.
We have the website now, yeah. So you can submit your stories directly on there. Is it just savagelydelightful.com?
Yep, exactly.
Go straight there. There's About Us. There's all of our episodes there. Anything you could want or need to know.
Hopefully. And if you don't see it on there, message me and I'll put it on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Build it up as I go. But thank you, everybody, for listening again. And we will talk to you on the next episode.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
So, you may have made a mistake today, but at least you didn't mess up as badly as the people we discussed. If you did, we would love to hear about it, and we may even feature your story on an upcoming episode. You can find us online at www.savagelydelightful.buzzsprout.com, on Twitter at savage_delight, and on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at savagelydelightful. If you like what you heard today and you want to show your support, please consider donating to us on Patreon at patreon.com/savagelydelightful. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future episode releases, and please consider leaving us a review so that it's easier for others to find our podcast. Thanks, bye!